Hello one and hello all and welcome to another crafting adventure where today we are going to be making this DAISO 3D puzzle solar system model. In the past I have made two of these sets before. One was the space rocket with the little astronauts, which was particularly difficult to do, and the other was a truck pulling an aeroplane, which was easier than the rocket but still not too easy. Now, I thought this one is a rather unique design. You don't usually see a sort of solar system in these kind of slot together puzzle kits. But as you can see on the back here, we do have the instructions written in, well, I suppose you could say it's written in English. It's mostly just slotting the correct numbers together. But we're going to need to find out what is actually inside. Okay, so inside we have two sheets of parts. This one, I guess this is the main base for it. We'll figure that out in a moment. And also, nope, we have this one, which does contain, wow, it actually contains information for each planet in English. Ooh. That is odd. This was bought in Japan, and does it have Japan? Nope, and there's no Japanese on the back. So it all comes in English, which is, well, was great for me because English is my first language. Well, all right, we need to find out how to put this together. So I'm going to take a quick look at the instructions and figure out where to start. From the looks of this, it looks like we just need to get a number 2 piece, 8 number 2 pieces, and slot each of the planets in each one. So let's take a look. We've got this one here. Here's a number 2. With these, sometimes it is easier to use like a toothpick or something to pop that center piece out because it can stick a little bit on the back. Okay, so we've got one piece here. Let's get a planet. We're going to get Saturn. Does it matter which way it goes around? I don't think it does. And then slide that in there. Boom. One is done. Okay, so we need to do one for each of the planets. Ta-da-da-da-da! All 8 of them have been done. Now, I did realize I made a mistake. I said this was Saturn. This is not Saturn. This is Uranus. This obviously is Saturn here, as it's much bigger. All right, so we got our 8 planets. Let's put them to the side. So next we need to make these 5 little doodads here. These need a number 12 instead of a number 2. And 18, 17, 16, 21, and 19. So let's take a look. So 21? Yep, 21 looks like it's a satellite of sorts. 19 looks like... I have no idea. 18 is some sort of celestial event. 16? Yep, number 16 as well. Number 16 is a different type of satellite. And number 17 is a rocket. So that's 5 of them. Alright, so then we need the number 12s. And number 12s are just bases like this. And I'm guessing they just slide in like that. So, do that 4 more times. Okay, with all our little bits made there, what's next on our to-do list? We'll make this one last. Let's go for the sun next. So I'm guessing the sun is all these lovely yellow pieces. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Ugh. Sometimes they can be a bit tight on those ones. 4. Alright, so we're going to have to pop out these little bits on the edge there, but I'm guessing this will just fold down. You want to be a bit careful doing this. Sometimes the paper on the back can tear and it'll fold in the wrong place, but this one seems fine. So that all comes down like that, and then that this one goes on here like that, and that will go inside. Oh, I see. So this top peg will go through there, and the bottom peg will go through there, and that should hold it together. I'll be back once these parts have been properly prepared. Alright, I poked out all those pieces now and you can see the holes going straight through. And also I discovered these 3 pieces actually go together like this with the 2 pegs next to each other on the top. Now these 2 pegs will obviously line up with those 2 holes at the top there, and you fold all the sides down and these should go through the bottom holes, hopefully giving you something that looks like this. Yeah, putting the top 2 on first and then folding each one down seemed to work out quite well. The last one to go in was a little bit tricky, but well, it got in nevertheless. So there's our sun. We got all our planets, our sun, and the extra bits and bobs here on there. So next we need to make the base, which is a number 1 and a number 4. Okay, here's number 1. Long bit here, and I'm guessing number 4's on the other side. Yep. You may notice the very large piece in the middle did fall out as I was pulling out other pieces. That's not a big issue. Right, that sheet is done. So number 1 and number 4 go in the middle. Which one's on top? Number 4's on top. Oh, voila. Next, we need to put 4 24s around it, and that should create a sort of octagon. Where's 24? Ah, yes, you can see number 24 does have a fold down the middle there. So I'm going to pop these out quickly and put them all together. It seems they connect at one point there, and you just fold them, and then they sort of meet up there, and you go all the way around until you got the hexagon, which I'm guessing is going to hold its shape when we plop this bad boy on top. Now hopefully all these little holes should line up with the holes on here, and ooh, there's some big curvy ones as well, I guess, where the planets go. Ooh, this one's going to be a tough one to get ready, but I think first things first, we've got to pop out all of these little bits, and I would recommend doing this downwards, because there is a chance it'll rip the plastic, the sort of paper cover. This side is black, so push them all down, not up, and this will help keep this top bit nice and clean. Alright, so first, popping all these out. That was quite tricky, and as you can see, there are some parts where the paper did catch, so as I said, use a toothpick, push them down, and you shouldn't have a problem with damaging the surface. Next, we need to line up these holes in the 4 directions here and the ones around the edge with this base, so it should go down nice and flat. Well, that went in a lot easier than I had anticipated, so let's put that aside there. Next, along this edge, we do have these little holes here. Oh, I didn't punch them out, but I'll punch them out later. But yeah, we got all these holes on the side there, and these are for the remaining planetary descriptions. So they'll fold back like that and simply slot in to whichever hole you like. Now, I don't think there is a specific order for these. No, they just go in any position you like. Obviously, if you want the planets in the order they are from the sun, you can do that. But, you know, generally, do it as you like. You've got 8 of them to go. And just go around whichever way you feel is best. So, the way I did it, I started at the bottom here. You can see it's also got the astrology signs on there. But, yeah, I went for the bottom piece here. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and all the way round to Neptune. Alright, all that's left to do is to take our sun, pop that in the middle, and then we just need to put the planets on in the correct place, obviously. Luckily, it does have it written down here, which planet goes where, so you just have to pop them on in the right position. Obviously, you want to make sure all the arrows are pointing in the same direction, representing the way the planets are moving. Additionally, you could do some research and find out the planets' position relative to each other, so you could essentially make a planet map here, although these orbits are perfectly circular. I don't know how accurate that is to the reality, but you know what? I like this design. You also got the extra little pieces like the space shuttle, this, I assume that's a comet, and a few other bits and pieces that you can put on just to add to the decoration. Now, As you can see, this thing is very sturdy. It's nice and flat. It's not going to break easily. It's not going to fall over. Also, as part of this series, it was not too difficult to make. The vehicles were very difficult because there was a lot of very small folding, like on this sun, but to a much smaller level, so it was very easy to damage or tear the pieces, whereas this one, no problems. The most difficult part of this one was just poking out all of the extra pieces in that main hexagonal piece. Once you've done that, you just slide it all together and, well, you have this lovely little piece here. Obviously, it's not accurate to scale, but for anyone who likes the planets and you want to have just a nice little display piece, I think this is wonderful. As a child, I would have loved to have had this. I loved astronomy, still do. And yeah, I would have loved to have built this and then keep this, you know, as a reminder of something I built. And you've also got the information around the edge of each planet if you want. A little bit sad that there's no Pluto, but since I was a child, Pluto has been removed from the planetary bodies. Ah, very sad. You could make your own Pluto if you want and put it somewhere on the edge. That's up to you. But you know what? For 100 yen, I think this is a great little kit, and I would recommend it to anyone who has an interest in space, particularly younger people. This is for ages 6 and up, so you know, anyone in that age range is great. Even older, I think this is nice. I'll keep this on display in my house somewhere for a while. Maybe I'll see if I can find a better version along the way. But for now, I'm going to keep this lovely little piece here and say, well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.